It all depends upon your choice of thought and emotion and the use of your authorship. If you want advancement, if you want to achieve that higher vibration, to pierce the time and the space, to enter the eternal now, where all your nourishment exists, then you must create that character dignity, that capacity of mind and character dignity. You must embrace the ideas of the revelations that I'm giving. They won't come again for a certain amount of time. If you are procrastinating and lazy, then you simply miss out until that time that you grow tired of betraying yourself. So I say unto those with the ear to hear and the faith to move forward, to pierce the ephemeral appearance, to enter the eternal now. You must give yourself to the divine directive and instruction and guidance. The directives, the instruction, and the guidance allow you to enter this process of transmutation, as you call it, conversion, the transmutation of thought ideas, emotional ideas, into living the ideal and becoming born once again into the new reality. This is why I've shared you must become born once again, but I'm making it very luminous, clear what I mean. You must say goodbye to the old vibration with its thoughts and feelings, with its storyline, so that you can convert that lesser vibration and its ideas into a new ideal, new ideas and a new ideal by which you live. Only you can do that for yourself. You might not like that sense of responsibility when I say, only you can enter and engage with the ideas of the heavens. The right way to approach your existence the right way to approach our relationship, your relationship with me. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. And the right approach to enter that relationship with God who lives in you. I bid a happy Father's Day to all those men with children, all those men who have fathered children directly or indirectly. Truly, in that motherhood and fatherhood, you are gaining a glimpse of the fatherhood and motherhood of God. Gaining a glimpse, you're gaining a greater understanding. You create a form that you nurture and protect and preserve. You attempt to uphold that parenthood and that child. You preserve that relationship until your children can enter into the right way to approach to be in relationship with you as a mother, as a father. Clearly, everyone, you know, you know there is a right way for the child and the parent, which many of you are both, a child to a parent and a parent to a child. There's a right way, and there is an incorrect way, which brings suffering and problems, the wrong way. But the right way brings an experience. So I bid Happy Father's Day to all of you beautiful men who have entered into this creation, nurturing, preservation, even maturing and advancing your children, right? Sound familiar with the paradise deities? God, let's say the first person of the great mystery of the source, God does not just create. In this case, as a creator son, all of you are mine children, literally. But the great Father of all fathers operates right in and through and around that. As the father son of Nebadon, I am called forth to create, to nurture and preserve, to uphold, to mature and advance, right? Even to ascend into God fusion. Your God fusion occurs by my granting of it, the personhood of me. It's given as a responsibility. And in that respect, as a father, as a mother, right, you also are given that responsibility within your realm to nurture and help mature, to not disappear from your children. Right? Neither am I allowed to disappear, but I come and I continue to nurture and guide, to uplift. And there are some of my children of Nebadon who are not yet at a point of maturity and receptivity necessary to listen. Oh, if humanity would listen to the directives, the instruction, and the guidance. Three things. Then they would be able to advance themselves beyond the ephemeral, beyond the material vibrations, into more of that soul, more of the eternal now. Is that not what you hunger for, right? To bring birth unto yourself. All of humanity, every creature, in fact, every creature, from a spider spinning a web. To a blade of grass growing in a field. Everything is alive and seeking expansion, extension, and expression. Everything seeks to expand and extend existence and express. And then even, right, to emanate the qualities of that existence. You as a parent, right, your children, they learn from you, they mimic your emanation, they absorb it, they learn from you how you're living, not what you're saying, but how you're living. So I come to tell you today the great parenthood of God wants to mature you. That first person of deity has sent a portion of his mystery, a portion of her glory to each one of you to live with you and to raise you into those men and women of God. Are you willing, beloveds, to open to the directives, to engage the instruction, and to become a true apostle of the guidance that I and the Paradise Sons, the Universe Mother, the beloved host of heaven, the Federation, and the Father's indwelling adjuster are offering to you? Happy Father's Day. And O Universal Father, happy Father's Day unto you, as we give you all adoration and love, as we honor your ideas, as we live in a loyal way by converting those ideas into the ideal by which ye might live, beloved. And as we truly worship those ideas and qualities, attitudes and attributes, by transmuting the ideal into a living reality. O Heavenly Father, indwelling adjuster life, we give you all worshipful love and loyalty. Breathe in that paradise spirit. Enter into this relationship with the Spirit in you. Only by engagement and by becoming shall you convert your mind of materiality into the morontial, the soul mind, and that begins your journey into the greater life. the paradise sons and I, the host of heaven as well, hold the hope that humanity will make that link from bodily identification and material association into spirit identification and spirit association. This is the great link of evolutionary being. There is only this way. Do not fool yourself. When I say this way, I refer to this approach that you traverse from materially centered and self centered agenda into spirit centered, into embracing the agenda, the will of God who lives in you. O paradise deities, God the sevenfold, we reach unto all creatures here in this world and right now in the other worlds needing more of this transmutation from your ideas, O Heavenly Father, to the ideal, unto the great reality of you, O Paradise Adjuster. And as you enter the reality of this unified alignment, your word will ride upon the great word of the second source. Can you feel that word of eternity just now? Breathe in that word. Breathe in his frequency of love and mercy. It is a great emanation coming from the second person of deity. Breathe in the Holy Comforter now as well. As I hold the power to strengthen your own free will choice and your discernment. I strengthen by renewing your mind. But you must be willing to receive of my help. If not, I simply go to the next receptive person. I speak to all of humanity, not just the 40 people here and the several thousands who are in the next levels listening within the sphere of the earth. but I speak to all minds, even all of Nebadon, when I say, receive the renewal of your mind. The restoration of your heart. Receive the Spirit of truth. I come to renew the mind of human creatures, to restore the heart, to regenerate the, the complete person. Say, yea, Michael, if you feel and experience my presence with you. Breathe in that Holy Comforter and breathe the Holy Spirit of the Mother. We come as one Spirit, two functions. Can you feel me impregnating you with a new vibration? Feel me now. I am ever with you now, since mine outpouring with the paradise suns. O humanity, O all the kingdoms of life, beloved animals and electrons, elementals, the nature kingdom, receive of the emanation of the paradise suns, and partake of the love of the local universe sons and daughters. You feel that? I am right there with you, with a vast legion. As you give your commitment to doing God's will, of perfecting yourself in His ideal, then these emanations will continually nurture your holy choice. But you must have that commitment. Yea, I say, right? You say, I I desire only God's will to be worked out in my evolution. I go not my way, I go the way of paradise. I go the way of the Paradise Trinity, you say. In your heart with me, invite into these times together every creature that will come. Invite them in their more subtle form, even if their flesh form doesn't understand. Their true form will come and join us and partake. O infinite Spirit, eternal Mother Son, universal Father, may your emanation be upon all creatures. You come here with me because you are hungry, and it is the eternal joy and privilege to feed the hungry. I say, hold not back your thirst. Be thirsty. Be hungry for that eternal spirit of life that lives in the eternal now, ready to nurture you, to fill your hunger, to quench your thirst. To quench your thirst. That means to satisfy your thirst. Yeah. At this time, there is a great influx of the eternal light coming into this civilization and the planet. This world is part of a grouping of many other worlds. And because all are connected as one, those other worlds, the civilizations of those worlds, the billions of other beings, they want this world to become raised. To become lightened, to, to transmute the lower thought forms, violence, victim, vengeance, violence, victimhood, vengeance, shall be transmuted into God victory. Yet it requires your participation. Each of you. If you're not lazy and procrastinating, for those are the tools of evolutionary darkness, materiality. The way of the Spirit is acceleration, lightness, joy, happiness. As you come closer to me on the campus or coming here or through the newly formed Identia Society of Jerusalem for the city of Michael and the planetary cities, the public, I'm now accepting, you could say members if you want, for the Identia Society of Jerusalem, which has certain advantages, is not yet part of the campus, but it is something more than just being a seeker in the public. I'm helping the public take one step forward in their commitment, everyone, to our relationship, our association. I am commanded by the Trinity to raise this world and the other rebellion-infected civilizations into normal evolutionary order. And I will succeed. The Identia Society of Jerusalem. Identia is the capital of the constellation, and Jerusalem is the capital of the system of which this world is one world of about 600 or so worlds. As you make that commitment, it's free, everyone, a commitment in your heart to do God's will and to allow yourself to become a receptacle to receive the higher vibration so that this world can enter into its normal evolutionary progression. So the Adentia Society, it is more an exclamation of your commitment and willingness to embody your godhood. For that is the only thing to embody, your own life. The society is part of the planetary cities. You can write to Elise or Carlos with your commitment, your intention, just to participate in your heart. And the forces of good, the celestial government, takes note of your choice and will grow you in ever greater ways as you choose, as you command yourself, as you enter the holy contact with those forces all around you and within you. Am I looking to engage you? Absolutely. For that is what I'm bidden, commanded to do, to win over your heart by helping you understand your place in existence. I win over your heart, and the mother wins over your mind. So that you come into this encircuitment with the forces all around you and within you. I want to give to you today a deeper understanding of the revelation that I'm bringing through the administration, through many beings who have served to bring it forward. Beings from within our Nebadon universe and within the greater Orvanton super universe level. For it might surprise humanity to realize everything is operated and embodied by persons. There are two persons who embody the earth. Virgo Tellier, the Lord Gautama Buddha, embodies there are beings who embody the solar sun and the galactic sun, the sun in the sky, I say. They are a demonstration of what you must become, and you will become, so that one day you will embody part of creation, serving and helping to advance. Even other creatures who are not yet in existence, you each are being prepared to serve. I say it is the way of the heavens. Who would like to read the English?
I can, Michael.
Okay, was that Inga?
Yes,
Okay, beautiful, thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
The actuality of the existence of God is demonstrated in human experience by the indwelling of the divine presence. The spirit monitor sent from paradise to live in the mortal mind of man and there to assist in evolving the immortal soul of eternal survival.
Beautiful, thank you.
Mhm.
Somebody like to read the Spanish?
Iván, Micael.
Okay, beautiful, Ivan.
La realidad de la existencia de Dios se demuestra en la experiencia humana por la morada de la presencia divina, el Espíritu Monitor, enviado desde el paraíso para vivir en la mente mortal del hombre y allí para ayudar en la evolución del alma inmortal de la supervivencia eterna.
Beautiful, Ivan, thank you.
Thank you, Micael.
Oh, and did I tell you, Ivan, that I love you?
Thank you.
Did I tell you that simply by your asking, the eternal God will lighten your heaviness?
Recibo tu amor.
Sí. Who would like to read the English? It can be Inga again, if all of you are too shy.
I will, Michael.
Okay, Sandra.
The presence of this divine adjuster in the human mind is disclosed by three experiential phenomena. 1, the intellectual capacity for knowing God, God consciousness. 2, the spiritual urge to find God, God seeking. And 3, the personality craving to be like God, the wholehearted desire to do the Father's will.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Carlos and the team, you can have a voice on this if I explain a little more. It'd be
Okay, hello,
easier.
Michael.
Easier. Hello, Alicia. Hello, honey. So the intellectual capacity to know God, that is, right? The intellect plays a beautiful role.
Entonces, la capacidad intelectual para conocer a Dios, el intelecto juega un papel muy importante.
The urge to find God,
El impulso de encontrar a Dios,
that urge is evolved with the mother's adjutant spirits.
ese impulso es evolucionado por los ayudantes de la madre.
The intellect begins its development as a material phenomenon,
El intelecto comienza su desarrollo como un fenómeno material,
but it is designed, everyone, to be added onto.
pero está diseñado que sea agregado hacia,
to be added, to be increased in capacity.
que se le agregue e incremente su capacidad.
The intellectual mind becomes the soul mind.
Entonces la mente intelectual se vuelve la mente del alma.
It begins as a mind of material and mechanical origin,
Comienza con un origen material y mecánico.
concrete-minded,
Mente concreta, mentalidad concreta,
analytical, logical are part of that.
analítica, lógica, todo es parte de eso.
And then through certain ministries, and your own free will,
Y luego a través de ciertos ministerios y vuestro propio libre albedrío,
the intellectual mortal mind becomes that soul mind,
la mente mortal intelectual se vuelve la mente del alma,
where the intellect is only capable of mechanical and concrete thinking.
donde el intelecto es solamente capaz del pensamiento mecánico y concreto
And it advances into abstract capacity,
y avanza hacia la capacidad abstracta,
spirit perception,
la percepción espiritual,
divine reflection,
la reflexión divina,
God knowing and realization.
el conocimiento y la realización de Dios.
The intellectual mind and its advancement into that morontial mind
La mente intelectual y su avance hacia esa mente morontial
it continues even as you discard or elevate your flesh body.
continúa aun cuando ustedes descartan su cuerpo de carne
Or elevate it in the
o lo
fusion.
elevan, o lo elevan a la fusión.
Right. And then the urge to find God is a further ministry of the adjutants.
Y luego el impulso de encontrar a Dios es un ministerio más adelantado de los ayudantes.
Yes, more advanced of
Más
those adjutants with your free will choice.
De los ayudantes con vuestro libre albedrío, elecciones de libre albedrío.
You gain that higher differential urge to engage with existence.
Ustedes ganan ese impulso diferencial para comprometerse con la existencia.
Yes, before these developments unfold, before they do,
Antes de que estos desarrollos se desplieguen,
you are merely a material creature.
ustedes son meramente una criatura material.
You have the great challenge and the great gift
Tienen el gran desafío y el gran regalo
of starting out at a point furthest from the source and center.
de starting out, comenzar.
Comenzando
Can you repeat, please?
lo más lejos distancia de la fuente, maybe.
Comenzar desde una mayor distancia de la fuente.
De una mayor
Sí.
distancia. So, intellectual and the urge, and then the ministry of the Holy Comforter and the Paradise Sons who come.
Entonces, primero lo intelectual, después el impulso y después el ministerio del santo de los hijos
Del paraíso.
del paraíso.
Yes. Continue in the magisterial missions and the Holy Comforter and the Trinity Teacher Sons.
Continúa en la misión magisterial, en el Santo Consolador y en los
Trinity Teacher Sons.
Hijos maestros trinitarios.
Right, to assist the personality to become like God through the Father's will.
Para asistir a las personalidades que se vuelvan como Dios a través de su libre albedrío.
Yes, these are phases of evolutionary growth, everyone.
Estas son fases del crecimiento evolutivo, todos.
I'm part of my mandate in coming here is to make clear your pathway to freedom.
Parte del mandato de que yo venga aquí es aclarar su camino hacia la libertad.
Right. The avenues of accelerating into your godhood.
Las avenidas de aceleramiento hacia vuestra divinidad.
Right. As you enter our association relationship with I and the sons of paradise.
A medida que entren a nuestra asociación relacionándose conmigo y los hijos del paraíso,
You are learning and absorbing the higher ideas.
están aprendiendo y absorbiendo las ideas más elevadas,
Learning to use your free will to convert those ideas into the living ideal.
aprendiendo a usar su libre albedrío para convertir esas ideas hacia un ideal viviente.
And with the help of many orders of beings, you further transmute the ideal into the reality.
Y con la ayuda de muchos
Órdenes.
órdenes de seres,
seres.
sí, órdenes de seres, ustedes transmutan esas
The-
ideas hacia el ideal.
The ideas into the ideal and the ideal into reality.
Las ideas hacia el ideal y el ideal hacia la realidad.
Your intellectual mind is becoming, is entering a new status of the soul mind.
Su mente intelectual va entrando a un nuevo estado de la mente del alma.
Right? Your urge is becoming different than just that concrete material urge.
Sus impulsos se van volviendo distintos a solamente el impulso material.
And your total personality is beginning to fulfill becoming like God.
Y su personalidad completa comienza a cumplir el hecho de volverse como Dios.
Through the wholehearted, meaning all of you must have the desire. All of your personhood must hold the desire.
A través del deseo sincero, toda su persona tiene que sostener el deseo.
Who would like to read the English?
¿Quién quiere leer inglés? Can I read?
You sure can.
As you strive to live the will of progressive ascendancy, the plan of advancement brought forth by the Trinity persons, you shall be spiritualizing thine faculties of expression, strengthening thine powers of experience, mastering thine inalienable sovereign right of existence.
Beautiful, everyone. If you notice, I'm called to bring forth the Urantia revelation and thread it with my own teaching, blending it together.
Si notan, yo fui llamado a traer las revelaciones de Urantia y mezclarlas con el hilo de mi propia enseñanza.
In this way, it reveals the revelation to your consciousness.
De esta manera se revela las revelaciones a vuestra conciencia.
Yes. Those of you Spanish, you've probably already read the 3 phases of growth.
Ustedes los que hablan español quizás ya leyeron las 3 fases del crecimiento.
But I'm going to ask Yvonne to read the Spanish.
Pido a Iván que lea el
Starting
español.
from here, comenzando aquí. Yes.
Sí, ya. Mientras te esfuerzas por vivir la voluntad de ascendencia progresiva, el plan de avance presentado por las personas trinitarias, estarás espiritualizando tus facultades de expresión, fortaleciendo tus poderes de experiencia, dominando tu inalienable derecho soberano de existencia.
Beautiful, Yvonne. Thank you.
Hermoso, Iván.
So there is this process, everyone, everyone, everywhere, everyone must undergo the process if they want to advance.
Todos en todas partes deben llevar adelante este proceso si desea avanzar.
Yes, they can be an atheist living in the jungle, a Buddhist living in the mountains, doesn't matter.
Puede ser un ateo viviendo en la jungla o un budista viviendo en la montaña, no importa.
Yes, where they are to advance, they need to spiritualize their faculties.
Donde estén, para poder avanzar, necesitan espiritualizar sus facultades.
That allows your faculties of thought and feeling and body to engage more intimately with the more subtle spirit.
Eso permite que sus facultades de mente, cuerpo y
Para engage with the
Eh,
more subtlety of spirit.
que se involucren y se comprometan con lo más sutil del
Yes,
espíritu.
become more involved and more in relationship to
Que se-
the spirit of life.
Que se vuelvan más involucrados y en relacionamiento con el espíritu de la vida.
As you raise your faculties, you're able to be more completely in that holy contact and communication.
A medida que ustedes elevan sus facultades, pueden estar más profundamente en ese contacto y esa conexión.
Yeah, communication.
Comunicación. Thank you.
Yes. Who would like to read the English, everyone? Some of you shy people, I want to engage you.
Algunas de estas personas tímidas, quiero
Okay, sure.
impulsarles a que lean.
Yes. Beautiful. Who's this?
Ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Ever.
Beautiful, Ever.
Benjamin.
Okay.
Okay, the universal Father is not invisible because he's hiding himself away from the lowly creatures of materialistic handicaps and limited spiritual endowment.
Right. Ever, would you like to read the Spanish while you're there?
Claro. El Padre Universal no es invisible porque se está escondiendo de las escrituras humildes de desventajas materialistas y dotes espirituales limitadas.
Right. The Father is not hiding. It's that you must raise your faculties.
Sí, el Padre no está escondido. Ustedes deben elevar sus facultades.
By strengthening what I call the faith powers of your experience.
Fortaleciendo lo que yo llamo los 6 poderes de la experiencia.
Your faith power.
Sí, decía raro el número. Los poderes de la fe de la experiencia.
And mastering your inalienable right of free will.
Y ganando la maestría de sus derechos inalienables del libre albedrío.
Right. If you want to make that contact with the everywhere presence Father.
Si quieren realmente hacer ese contacto con el Padre presente en todas partes.
Then you need to raise your faculties.
Entonces necesitan elevar sus facultades.
Giving yourself to the different ministries that are intending to raise you.
Dándose a sí mismo a los diferentes ministerios que están intentando elevarlos.
Your intellect becomes more capacity, gains a capacity of the soul mind.
Entonces su intelecto gana la capacidad de la mente del alma.
Your urges and desires and your hungers are directed for more God.
Y sus impulsos, deseos y hambre son dirigidos por más de Dios.
Your personality begins to open to become godlike.
Y su personalidad comienza a abrirse para volverse como Dios.
I say unto each one of you with the ear to hear.
Les digo a cada uno de ustedes con los oídos que quieren oír.
Everything you're craving, every dissatisfaction leads to these developments.
Todo lo que ustedes están rogando, cada insatisfacción lleva a, Michael,
These developments.
a este desarrollo. Thank you.
Yes. Alicia, would you like to read The English.
Okay. The situation rather is, you cannot see my face, for no mortal can see me and live. No material man could behold the Spirit God and preserve his moral existence.
Yes. Ivan, one more time, the Spanish.
Yes, Michael. La situación es más bien, no puedes ver mi rostro, porque ningún mortal puede verme y vivir. Ningún hombre material podía contemplar al Dios Espíritu y preservar su existencia mortal.
Yes, everyone. The frequency that exists as the higher worlds
Sí, todos. La frecuencia que existe como mundos elevados,
if you are unprepared in your own field of vibration,
si ustedes no están preparados en su propio campo vibratorio,
and if you have not progressively advanced yourself,
y si no han avanzado progresivamente a sí mismos,
I could take you with me there and you wouldn't know that you were there.
yo los puedo llevar conmigo allí y ustedes no sabrán que están allí.
Right. Just like my presence here amongst humanity is vibrating in such a way that they cannot know that I'm even here.
E incluso mi presencia aquí en la humanidad está vibrando de una manera que incluso ellos no pueden saber que estoy aquí.
There must be a gradualness to transforming your field of existence into the higher frequency.
Debe ser algo gradual el transformar su campo vibratorio hacia las frecuencias elevadas.
And as you arrive into that God fusion, the resurrection and ascension that is spoken of,
Y a medida que ustedes lleguen a esa fusión con Dios,
the
y
resurrection and
la
ascension
resurrección
that
y la
it's been
ascensión
called. Yeah,
de la que estamos hablando,
right. Then you are establishing your field in a whole new vibration capable of entering into the higher worlds of the heavens.
entonces están estableciéndose a sí mismos en una vibración completamente más elevada para alcanzar los mundos
Más elevado.
más elevados también.
The higher worlds are dwelling in a frequency, everyone, in the multidimensional universes.
Los mundos elevados están morando en una frecuencia de los mundos multidimensionales.
Right. And it is the great plan to raise up every creature through the dimensions.
Y es el gran plan de elevar a todas las criaturas a través de las dimensiones.
Yes. Who would like to read the English?
¿Quién quiere leer el inglés?
Me, I can.
Elise. Okay, Elise.
The spiritual luminosity.
Let's do this one here.
The glory.
The glory and the spiritual brilliance of the divine personality presence is impossible of approach by the lower groups of spirits being or by any order of material personalities.
Beautiful, Elise. And would you like to read the Spanish, Elise?
Oh, ok. La gloria y el brillo espiritual de la presencia de la personalidad divina son imposibles de alcanzar por los grupos inferiores de seres espirituales o por cualquier orden de personalidades materiales.
Beautiful. Thank you. So, everyone, you're seeing that what's being revealed to humanity
Entonces están viendo todos que lo que está siendo revelado a la humanidad
that you are intended, designed to advance from materialized personalities into spiritualized personalities.
que es la intención que ustedes avancen desde una personalidad material a una personalidad espiritual.
Yes, everyone, even at the end of this term in the schoolhouse, when you vacate your flesh body,
Incluso, sorry, I lost the idea.
even at the,
ronda,
Carlos,
en esta ronda, cuando ustedes terminan con el cuerpo físico,
you will still have your personality.
ustedes van a
Ustedes
tener aún
seguirán teniendo su personalidad.
Right. Everyone, you are designed to be accelerated from materiality through the soul level.
Todos ustedes están diseñados para ser avanzados desde la materialidad
And
hacia,
then even further into the true spirit levels.
hacia la mente del alma y más allá a los niveles espirituales.
So it is not that God is purposely out of reach.
Entonces no es que Dios está de propósito fuera de alcance,
Is that he is calling each of you upward so that you reach and you transform all that he has given you.
es que Él les está llamando a todos ustedes hacia arriba para que ustedes se eleven y transformen todo lo que está en ustedes.
Yes. Alicia, would you like to read the English?
Okay. The spiritual luminosity of the Father's personal presence is a light which no mortal man can approach, which no material creature has seen or can see.
Right. Thus, he has resolved this distance between you and him through my person and the person of other beings.
Pero Él ha resuelto esta distancia entre Él y ustedes a través de mi persona y la persona de otros seres.
God the sevenfold comes and reaches into creation.
Dios el séptuple viene y alcanza hacia la creación.
It is what I call the great attenuation.
Es lo que yo llamo la gran atenuación.
That means the dissolution of the intensity becomes more accessible to you.
Eso significa que la disolución de la intensidad lo hace más accesible a ustedes.
Right, because you cannot engage with the degree of brilliance that exists at the source, so the source comes to you.
Porque no se pueden ustedes involucrar al grado de la luminosidad que hay en la fuente. Entonces la fuente viene a ustedes.
Yes, perhaps the Spanish, you've got this. I'm just going to jump ahead.
Quizá en
Sandra,
español.
would you like the English again?
Yes. But it is not necessary to see God with the eyes of the flesh in order to discern him by the faith vision of the spiritualized mind.
Yes. Spanish, anyone?
I would love to read the Spanish. Bible.
Okay, that is
Simple.
Simple.
Pimply, okay.
Pero no es necesario ver a Dios con los ojos de la carne para discernirlo con la visión de la fe de la mente espiritualizada.
Yes, everyone. So one of the powers of your experience and authorship
Sí, todos. Entonces, uno de los poderes de vuestra experiencia y vuestra autoría
is in visualization faith, the faith vision.
entonces es la invisualización de fe, la visión de fe.
Right. As you learn to walk with me in the directives and the instruction,
A medida que aprenden a caminar contigo en las direcciones y en las instrucciones,
As your faculties become elevated,
A medida que sus facultades se vayan elevando,
the faculty of the mind and the emotions,
la facultad de la mente y las emociones,
they are becoming spiritualized.
se van haciendo espiritualizadas.
Your faith vision is advancing in our association.
Su visión de fe está avanzándose hacia nuestra asociación.
Your faith vision is advancing.
Sí, su visión de su fe, su visión de fe.
De fe está avanzando, ¿no?
Sí.
Yeah. You're doing good, Alicia. You had your Wheaties today, huh? Your vitamins. Who would like to read the English? Oh, this is a bit, but who would like it?
I can do this. Thank you.
Okay, that's Morgiel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
In the universes, God the Father is, in potential, the over-controller of matter, mind, and spirit. Only by means of his far-flung personality circuit does God deal directly with the personalities of his vast creation of will creatures. But he is contactable outside of paradise only in the presence of his fragmented entities, the will of God abroad in the universe.
Yes, the fragmented entities, that is the adjuster presence, your indwelling life.
Las entidades fragmentadas, esos son el ajustador del paraíso, su vida morante.
Mm-hmm. Right? So he has clearly he understands that he is distant from you, but he has resolved that distance.
Claramente, él sabe que está distante de ustedes, pero él ha resuelto esta distancia.
Right. By giving you a portion of his substance.
Dándoles a ustedes una porción de su sustancia.
That adjuster actually is the will of the Father.
Ese ajustador realmente es la voluntad del Padre.
Yes. Who would like to read the Spanish?
¿Quién quiere leer?
Okay, that was Pimply again. Beautiful. Just speak up a little bit louder, if you will.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
En los universos, Dios, el Padre, es, en potencia, el supercontrolador de la materia, la mente y el espíritu. Solo por medio de su extenso circuito de personalidad, trata a Dios directamente con las personalidades de su vasta creación de criaturas volitivas, pero es contactable fuera del paraíso solo en la presencia de sus entidades fragmentadas, la voluntad de Dios en el exterior de los universos.
Yes, so it is your relation and engagement with the indwelling spirit that is the doorway for you.
Entonces, la relación y el compromiso con la individualización viviente es la puerta para ustedes.
Yes. Now, just to tell you about the Adentia Society, what I've prepared for those of you.
Solo para decirles acerca de la sociedad de Dentia, lo que he preparado para ustedes.
Right. If you write to First Contact at salvington.org.
Si escriben a firstcontact.salvington.org.
And you sincerely say, yes, I want to be a part of the Adentia Society and I want to receive the benefits.
Y sinceramente dicen, quiero ser parte de la sociedad de Dentia y recibir los beneficios.
The inauguration team and the planetary cities team.
El equipo de inauguration y el planetary city, el equipo también de ahí.
Will place you on the list where one of the benefits is to receive the notes that we go over, the transcription, and even a recording of the Sunday.
Y ellos los pondrán en la lista y uno de los beneficios es recibir las notas, los escritos y las grabaciones del domingo.
Clearly, unless you you demonstrate your desire for more, then more can be given to you.
Claramente, a menos que ustedes demuestren su deseo por más, solamente así se les dará más.
Yes. Elise, would you like the English again? You have such a nice French accent with the English.
Yes, Michael, okay.
Beautiful.
This paradise spirit.
Oh, say that again. Say it again. I'm enjoying it.
Michael, you teasing me?
Yeah, I love to kid you.
Yeah.
No, but I'm serious.
This paradise spirit that indwells the minds of the mortals of time and there fosters the evolution of the immortal soul of the surviving creature is of the nature and divinity of the universal Father.
Yes.
Hmm.
So that indwelling adjuster, right? It is of the nature and divinity of the Father.
Entonces, ese ajustador morante es de la naturaleza y divinidad del Padre.
By your wholehearted willingness to do the will of God, you are doing the relationship to the adjuster.
Por vuestro sincero deseo de hacer la voluntad del Padre, estarán en relación con el ajustador.
And you become the inheritors.
Y se volverán los herederos, ¿será, Michael? Herederos.
Inheritor. You inherit the Father's nature and divinity as you become one with the adjuster.
Heredarán la naturaleza del Padre en la medida que se convierten uno con el ajustador.
Right. But everyone, that indwelling spirit cannot exactly, it brings forth the immortal soul.
Pero ese espíritu morante, él trae adelante el alma inmortal.
That's the midway point.
Ese es el punto medio.
What you call the soul is a change of status in your capacity and maturity.
Lo que llaman alma es un cambio de estado de vuestra capacidad y madurez.
You are a unique spirit persona.
Ustedes son una persona espiritual única.
But that spirit persona begins its existence in a material status.
Pero ese espíritu persona comienza su existencia en un estado material.
Right. And it advances into the soul status.
Y avanza hacia el estado del alma.
And then at some point, even the ascended status, you become an ascended creature.
Y entonces en algún punto, en un estado ascendido y se convierten en una criatura ascendida.
So just to help humanity to understand, you don't have a soul, you become the new status of the soul.
Entonces, para ayudarles a entender humanidad, ustedes no tienen un alma, ustedes se vuelven en un estado del alma.
There's a lot of confusion about many things.
Mucha confusión de muchas cosas.
Yes, if you were to discard your physical flesh body, you would still be that spirit personality.
Si ustedes descartan su cuerpo físico, ustedes siguen siendo esa personalidad espiritual.
But that spirit personality will still have a kind of material origin until you enter into the new status.
Pero esa personalidad espiritual sigue teniendo un origen material hasta que, a menos que ustedes entren a ese estado del alma.
Yes, you are you have an inheritance to receive the nature and divinity of the universal Father.
Y ustedes tienen una herencia por recibir, la naturaleza y la divinidad del Padre.
Yes, of the nature and divinity of God.
La naturaleza y divinidad de Dios.
Yes, this is the plan of progressive evolutionary ascendancy.
Este es el plan de la ascendencia evolutiva.
Progresiva.
Progresiva, sorry.
Yes, that's okay. Who would like to read the Spanish?
¿Quién quiere leer español?
Yo, Micael,
Okay, Marina.
este espíritu del paraíso que mora en la mente de los mortales del tiempo y allí fomenta la evolución del alma inmortal de la criatura sobreviviente es de la naturaleza y divinidad del Padre Universal.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Marina. And the English? Anyone?
I can do it, Michael.
Okay, is that Lily?
Yes,
Okay, beautiful.
but the minds of such evolutionary creatures originate in the local universes and must gain divine perfection by achieving those experiential transformations of spiritual attainment, which are the inevitable result of the creatures choosing to do the will of the Father in heaven.
Yes, the Father wants to evolve and raise you into more of what is your inheritance.
El Padre quiere evolucionarlos y elevarlos hacia más de lo que es vuestra herencia.
Yes, let me have Marina read the Spanish.
Sí, Micael. Pero las mentes de tales criaturas evolutivas se originan en los universos locales y deben alcanzar la perfección divina, logrando estas transformaciones experienciales de logro espiritual que son el resultado inevitable de la elección de una criatura de hacer la voluntad del Padre en el cielo.
Beautiful, thank you. So, what humanity is not quite understanding is that you are in the schoolhouse during this one lifetime.
Lo que la humanidad no está entendiendo muy bien es que ustedes están en una casa escuela durante este tiempo de vida
To more intensely learn and grow into what your inheritance is.
en donde hay una intensidad mayor en el aprendizaje de lo que ustedes tienen intencionado de aprender.
The intensity of the schoolhouse with these biological forms.
La intensidad de la casa escuela con estas formas biológicas.
Oh, it is an intensified education.
Es una educación intensificada.
In one lifetime of a certain amount of years for you,
En un tiempo de vida de cierta cantidad de años para ustedes,
you can break through into new levels in a much quicker way than just evolving in the higher worlds.
ustedes pueden llegar a nuevos niveles de una manera mucho más rápida que evolucionando en otros niveles.
Certainly you would agree with me, it can be an intense place here.
Y ciertamente pueden estar de acuerdo que aquí puede ser un lugar muy intenso.
Right. Your lessons are always right in your face.
Sus lecciones están siempre frente a sus narices.
So you must gain the greater perfection through experiential transformations, everyone.
Entonces pueden ganar la mayor perfección a través de la transformación experiencial y el logro espiritual.
And there's only one way to do that. Only one way. I make it clear to all of humanity.
Y hay solo una manera de lograr esto, una manera que estoy haciendo claro para la humanidad.
When the creature chooses to do the will of the Father in heaven.
Cuando las criaturas eligen hacer la voluntad del Padre en el cielo.
Yes, there's no other way.
No hay otra manera.
Right. Even if you're a Buddhist or a Zen or an Islam or a Jew, or if you're choosing to do God's will of growth, then you're beautiful. You're on your way.
Incluso si eres de cualquier religión, si tú eliges hacer la voluntad del Padre, estás en el camino.
Yes. Who would like the English? Inga, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
In the inner experience of man, mind is joined to matter. Such material-linked minds cannot survive mortal death.
Yes, everyone. Marina, the Spanish, one more time.
Sí, Micael. En la experiencia interior del hombre, la mente está unida a la materia. Tales
Okay.
mentes. Sí.
Yes,
Ah,
yes. I think you go a little more, right?
as you want.
Aquí. No, aquí, por favor.
Tales mentes vinculadas a lo material no pueden sobrevivir a la muerte mortal.
Yes. So your mind, again, which is intellectual and of material origin,
Y sus mentes, una vez más, que es intelectual y de origen material,
it is joined to matter identification.
está ligada a una identificación material.
In the school, in the lifetime of in the schoolhouse of the planet,
Y en el tiempo de vida, en la casa escuela del planeta,
you are having to maintain a material form,
ustedes tienen que mantener una forma material,
but you're being asked not to be overly identified and loyal to that form in your advancement.
pero se les pide que no estén sobreidentificados ni sean leales a esa forma material durante su avance.
Material linked minds are evolving into becoming spirit linked minds.
Si las mentes que están ligadas a lo material evolucionan para convertirse en una mente ligada a lo espiritual.
Right.
O enlazada.
Your evolutionary identification with the adjuster within
Su identificación evolutiva con el ajustador interior
it begins to link your mind into the spirit mind.
comienza a enlazar sus mentes hacia la mente espiritual.
And that choice and advancement elevates you further.
Y esa elección y avance los eleva más lejos.
Yes. In the English, everyone?
Okay, Michael.
Okay, Elise? Beautiful.
The technique of survival is embraced in those adjustments of the human will, and those transformation is the mortal mind whereby such a God-conscious intellect gradually becomes spirit-taught and eventually spirit-led.
Yes, everyone. So how to survive, what it means is how to make that link into an immortality.
Y cómo sobrevivir significa cómo hacer ese enlace con la inmortalidad.
Right. Now, originally there was not this reincarnational program.
Originalmente no había este programa de reencarnación.
The reincarnational program was designed so that people can have several chances to evolve.
El programa de reencarnaciones fue diseñado para que la gente pueda tener diferentes ¿cómo se dice? Oportunidades para
Opportunities to
evolucionar,
advance.
para avanzar.
Yes. Your true survival is when you become an ascended creature.
Su verdadera supervivencia es cuando ustedes se convierten en una criatura ascendida.
This is what elevates you beyond returning into the mansion worlds and then returning back to the schoolhouse.
Esto es lo que los eleva a ustedes a retornar a los mundos de las mansiones y luego a retornar al mundo de la escuela, de la casa escuela.
An ascended creature can pretty much go almost everywhere within Nebadon.
Y una criatura ascendida puede ir a prácticamente todos los lugares en Nebadon.
But it is still it is still an evolutionary phase, which is part of the advancement of the personality.
Pero sigue siendo una parte evolutiva que es parte del avance de la personalidad.
So clearly, everyone, you are seeking to become spirit-taught and spirit-led.
Entonces, todos ustedes deben de ser espiritualmente enseñables y espiritualmente liderables.
Yes, it says, right? Se vuelve enseñado por el Espíritu y eventualmente guiado por el Espíritu.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're talking about being taught directly by your adjuster at some point.
Hablamos de ser enseñados directamente por vuestro ajustador en algún punto.
And as your faculties are raised, you're able to allow the spirit of the adjuster to lead you.
Y a medida que sus facultades se eleven, ustedes pueden permitir que el espíritu del ajustador los guíe.
Right. And the administration of Nebadon with its various beings helps every creature.
Y en la administración de Nebadon, en donde hay varios seres ayudando a las criaturas.
Yes. Who would like to read the English?
I can again, Michael.
Okay, Inga.
This evolution of the human mind from matter association to spirit union results in the transmutation of the potentially spirit phases of the mortal mind into the Morancha realities of the immortal soul.
Yes, everyone. And I skipped the Spanish. It's just you probably have read it by now.
Y mantuve el español, que probablemente ya lo han leído.
Alicia, would you like to read this part, the Spanish?
Yes. Esta evolución de la mente humana, de la asociación con la materia a la unión con el espíritu, da como resultado la transmutación de las fases potencialmente espirituales de la mente mortal en las realidades morontiales del alma inmortal.
Yes, everyone. So what we're talking about is your growth. Let me just...
De lo que estamos hablando todos es de su crecimiento.
From matter association to spirit union.
Desde la asociación material con la unión espiritual.
And it occurs through the transmutation of certain phases of the mortal mind into the morontial mind.
Y ocurre con la transmutación de ciertas fases potenciales de la mente mortal hacia la realidad morontial.
Yes. And I believe we have one more English.
I will.
Okay, is that Ami?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful.
Mortal mind, subservient to matter, is destined to become increasingly material and consequently to suffer eventual personality extinction. Mind yielded to spirit is destined to become increasingly spiritual and ultimately to achieve oneness with the surviving and guiding divine spirit, and in this way to attain survival and eternity of personality existence.
Yes, everyone. Let's read the Spanish, if you will. Anyone?
Vamos a leer español.
Maite.
Was that Maite? Okay, Maite.
La mente mortal subordinada a la materia está destinada a volverse cada vez más material y, en consecuencia, a sufrir la eventual extinción de la personalidad. La mente rendida al espíritu está destinada a volverse cada vez más espiritual y, en última instancia, a lograr la unidad con el espíritu divino, sobreviviente y guía, y de esta manera lograr la supervivencia y la eternidad de la existencia de la personalidad.
Beautiful, Maite. Thank you. So everyone, mortal mind subservient to matter. What does that mean to you?
Entonces, la mente mortal sea subservient to matter.
Yes, that might be subordinada.
Ok. Subordinada a la materia. La mente mortal subordinada a la materia. ¿Qué significa para ustedes?
Right. What is being asked of you is to be subservient to the authority of God in you.
Lo que se les pide es que ustedes sean subordinados a la autoridad de Dios en ustedes.
When you follow your more material inclinations,
Cuando ustedes siguen sus inclinaciones más materiales,
you're making yourself subservient to matter.
ustedes se hacen a sí mismos subordinados a la materia.
When you are following the way into relationship to the Spirit,
Y cuando ustedes están siguiendo el camino para relacionarse con el Espíritu,
you're becoming subservient to Spirit, and Spirit is raising you unto its level.
ustedes se subordinan al Espíritu y el Espíritu los eleva a su nivel.
Yes. Beautiful, everyone. Questions or thoughts as we go forward? We're complete with this part for today.
Bien, todos, pensamientos o preguntas, así avanzamos, completamos esta parte por hoy.
Yes, the inauguration team, I will, and also perhaps Marina wants to assist. I will get the notes to Marina and the inauguration team and Inga, and
Yo voy a dar las
then we
notas
can
a
put together
Marina.
that little package for you.
Les voy a dar las notas a Marina y al inauguration team, hacer como un paquete para ustedes.
Right. Those of you that are on the campus, you'll need to still write to First Contact if you want to be part of the Adentia Society to receive all the transcribing.
Y todos ustedes que están en el campus también tienen que escribir al First Contact para poder ser parte de la sociedad de Adentia y recibir todas estas transcripciones.
Yes. Beautiful. So Inga, I'll get that to you as the director there, and then Marina can step in and help as well.
Entonces, Inga, te lo voy a entregar a ti, que eres la directora allí. Marina va a poder ayudar también.
Hey, thank you. I'd be happy to.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Ya podemos preguntar.
Yes, Silvio.
Yes, Silvio.
Mi pregunta es, hacer la voluntad del Padre, ¿cómo hacemos para saber que estamos realmente haciendo la voluntad del Padre y no las mías mismas?
How can we know if we are doing the will of the Father and not my own will?
Right. You're not going to know that until you know that.
No sabrás eso hasta que sepas eso.
That is one of the fruits of giving yourself into the way, the truth, and the life.
Ese es uno de los frutos de darte a ti mismo al camino, la verdad y la vida.
As you stabilize and
A good answer. Hello?
yes, just hold on 1 second, okay? If you have a question, I'm happy to chat. Hold on. As you walk in the way of God authority,
A medida que camines en el camino de la autoridad de Dios
as you learn the truth of your authorship,
y aprendas la verdad de tu autoría,
and as you work within the life of our association,
y trabajes dentro de la vida de nuestra asociación,
you gain the fruit through gaining the values and virtues of eternity.
tú vas ganando los frutos de ganar los valores y las virtudes de la eternidad.
So, Silvio, you've got to be patient and diligent to enter into the pathways that are being given.
Entonces, Silvio, tú debes ser paciente y diligente para entrar en los caminos que se te están dando.
And then you will birth the fruit upon the tree of your life.
Y luego darás nacimiento a los frutos de tu verdadera vida.
Yes.
Gracias, Michael. Gracias.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
again, all your questions, everyone, you would be better to ask to clarify how you can enter into the kingdom of God's will.
Entonces, de todas sus preguntas, va a ser mejor preguntar cómo aclarar la forma en que ustedes pueden entrar al reino de Dios.
Right. Beautiful, Silvio. Beautiful.
Hermoso, Silvio.
Thank you, Michael.
Uh-huh. Other questions? Now would be a time.
Otras preguntas, ahora puede ser el momento.
Mm-hmm. Tell me your name.
Dime tu nombre. Benjamin wrote in the chat.
Okay, Benjamin.
Michael, are you working together with the Pleiadians, whose life mission here on earth is to create for more of their understanding, unity, and helping our collective consciousness transcend duality and see things along the lines of the spectrum such as they? So as you to raise the vibration of humankind.
Mm-hmm. Those of the Pleiadians are part of my children.
Esos pleiadianos son parte de mis hijos.
They're working in cooperation with my administration.
Ellos están trabajando en cooperación con mi administración.
Yes. There are many civilizations that have sent representatives to the earth.
Hay muchas civilizaciones que han enviado representantes a la tierra.
Many persons have come.
Muchas personas han venido.
Some have taken the birth or entered through the walk-in.
Algunos han tomado nacimiento o han entrado
By walking into an adult form.
Caminando hacia una forma adulta.
Yes, in cooperation with that form and the person.
En cooperación con esa forma y persona.
And many more are presently in the cities of light which surround the planet.
Y muchos más están presentes en las ciudades de luz que rodean el planeta.
Uh-huh. As I mentioned earlier, this world has a number of neighbors, let's say.
Y como mencioné antes, este mundo tiene muchos vecinos, un número de vecinos.
Everything is connected.
Todo está conectado.
They want to clean up their neighborhood.
Ellos tienen que limpiar su vecindario.
Right, and they have asked my administration to do something about it.
Y han pedido a mi administración que hagamos algo acerca de eso.
Right. So a plan was devised to return the rebellion-laden, the rebellion-infected civilizations into a normal evolution.
Entonces el plan es que se retorne a la civilización infectada con la rebelión hacia una evolución normal.
Right. Even in our group today, there are certain beings amongst you here that are from neighboring civilizations.
Incluso en este grupo hoy hay varios que son de civilizaciones vecinas.
Right. Good, Benjamin. Good question.
Buena pregunta, Benjamín.
There's a vast plan.
Hay un plan vasto.
Gigantic plan.
Un plan gigante.
Millions of beings from throughout the galaxies.
Millones de seres de a través de las galaxias.
Even beings from other neighboring universes.
Incluso seres de otros universos vecinos.
as I've mentioned, we are just part of one gigantic neighborhood.
Y como he mencionado, nosotros somos parte de un vecindario gigante.
Right. If one of your neighbors is playing rock and roll music,
Si uno de sus vecinos está tocando música rock and roll
and it's a little chaotic and loud,
y es un poco caótico y muy fuerte,
right, you might go and knock on their door.
ustedes probablemente irán a golpear su puerta.
The door of humanity is being knocked upon.
Y la puerta de la humanidad está siendo llamada, golpeada.
Right. They're saying, can you play something a little more harmonious here?
Y dice, ustedes pueden poner algo un poco más armonioso aquí.
And the population here is saying, what? I can't hear you.
Y la población dice, ¿qué? Yo no puedo escucharte.
So they're saying, well, if you turn your music down, then you can hear me.
Y entonces, bien, si tú apagas tu música, entonces quizás me puedas oír.
And maybe they want to say, and if you can adjust your taste in music to something more harmonious, less disharmonious.
Incluso si ustedes pueden ajustar un poco sus gustos musicales hacia algo más armonioso y no tan
Yes,
desarmonioso.
we are your neighbors. We can hear the emanation of your music.
Nosotros somos sus vecinos y podemos oír la emanación de su música.
I say that part literally.
Yo digo esa parte literalmente.
Where the emanation of vibrations that are coming from the earth are less than harmonious.
Donde las emanaciones de las vibraciones que vienen de la tierra son mucho menos que armoniosas.
Right. They're being asked to adjust into a greater order and harmony.
Entonces se ha pedido que sea ajustado hacia un mayor orden y armonía.
There are many so-called light workers that are on the earth.
Hay varios de los llamados trabajadores de la luz sobre la tierra.
Now, in that process of a being from somewhere else coming into a very endarkened, disharmonious place,
Y en el proceso de tener seres que vienen de otros lugares a un lugar muy desarmonioso
y oscuro,
y oscuro,
oscuro, it's difficult to find themselves in their clarity.
es difícil que ellos se encuentren a sí mismos en su claridad.
Right. Imagine if you walked into someone's home and they were playing music 24 hours a day that was really disharmonious.
Imaginen si ustedes están en la casa de alguien que tiene 24 horas tocando música desarmoniosa.
And it was so loud, the people in the house couldn't communicate.
Y es tan fuerte, tan ruidoso que las personas en la casa no se pueden comunicar.
And imagine even further,
Imaginen todavía más adelante,
that light worker says, can you lower the music?
ese trabajador de la luz dice, ustedes pueden suavizar esa música.
And they say, we cannot, we don't remember where the stereo is.
Y nosotros y dicen, no podemos porque ni siquiera recordamos dónde está el estéreo.
Oh, difficult place to develop.
Es un lugar muy difícil de desarrollar.
Right.
Gracias, Michael.
Yes. Benjamin?
So I'm wondering...
no, not Benjamin. Hold on.
Okay.
Is that Benjamin?
Yes, Benjamin.
Ah, beautiful. Well, you started speaking Spanish, so you tricked me. Okay. Tell me.
So thank you. I just like the word gracias.
Yeah.
So those light workers who visit here, is it possible for them to get lost as well when they are surrounded too much?
Not only possible, but we're in the midst of millions of light workers who are lost in the midst of a lot of disharmony.
Él pregunta si es posible que un trabajador de la luz se pierda al venir aquí. Y él dice que no solo posible, si hay miles de trabajadores de la luz
They
que,
get infected with the disharmony, the vibration.
y que están infectados con la vibración desarmoniosa.
Yeah. Tell me more, Ben.
Yeah, sometimes I'm wondering when I meet someone, I think, hey, this person is really teaching me something, and yeah, I wonder, hey, maybe he's actually from another planet or he knows things, but he's like lost because of all
A
the
veces,
chaos in the world.
a veces me pregunto si estas personas me están enseñando.
But maybe he's wondering if they are lost also.
O quizás también estén perdidos.
Absolutely. And it's not easy to tell, right?
Absolutamente, y no es fácil de decir.
Right. But if Benjamin, if each of you truly are wholeheartedly wanting God's will, he will guide you into the right avenues.
Pero si, y Benjamin, te digo, y todos, si sinceramente de todo corazón ustedes desean la voluntad de Dios, hacer la voluntad de Dios, Él va a encontrar la forma de guiarle hacia sus avenidas.
Inside of you, everyone, within your own mind, if you only desire God's ideas and his will truly, then he will take care of you.
En sus mentes, dentro de ustedes, si verdaderamente desean la voluntad de Dios, Él va a tomar cuidado, o sea, va a cuidarles a ustedes.
If you're caught up in your own ideas and then you think you're brilliant and you want to teach the world your brilliant ideas, that would not allow him to truly help you.
Si ustedes se ven atrapados en sus propias ideas, sintiéndose brillantes por esas ideas, Él en realidad no va a poder hacer mucho para ayudarles.
A lot of the light workers, because they have been healing and teaching in other worlds,
Muchos de los trabajadores de la luz, porque ellos han enseñado y sanado en otros mundos,
they come and immediately they want to teach and heal, but they have not prepared themselves correctly.
ellos vienen aquí e inmediatamente quieren enseñar y sanar, pero ellos no están todavía preparados de la manera correcta.
Yes. Benjamin, more thoughts?
Yeah, thank you for that answer, because I've been wondering about this, like, hey, maybe there's quite a few people from other planets and they're trying their best, but like you said, they started following their own ideas and they can't remember maybe their past lives, and then they still have that, how can I say, their soul is still high frequency, but because of the choices they made in the chaos, they lose their way, and then, like you said, start to make choices, maybe become arrogant, and
right.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
All of that, what you said, is accurate.
Para resumir, dice que sí, entonces yo veo que pueden haber muchas personas de otros mundos viniendo queriendo ayudar, pero ellos, al no estar suficientemente preparados, se quedan en sus ideas, ¿verdad? Y se pierden.
Se vuelven arrogantes.
Se vuelven arrogantes, sí. Creen
Right.
saber, creen poder ayudar, pero todavía no están pudiendo hacer un buen trabajo.
Right. And it is a fact. I tell you, there are millions that are here.
Y es un hecho que hay millones de esos aquí.
Right. Around 14 to 15 million.
Alrededor de 14,000 a 15,000 millones.
Yeah.
15,000. 15. ¿Tanto?
Yeah. A lot.
Dije un número que no es, Lili.
Other
Creo
thoughts,
que está bien.
questions? Mhm.
Otros pensamientos y preguntas.
Good questions, Benjamin. Beautiful.
Buenas
Thank you.
preguntas,
Yeah,
Benjamín.
you're welcome.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hi.
Agosto de Panamá.
Yes, Justo
Hello,
Lopez from
Pinky.
Panama.
Yeah.
Yes. And Michael, I have some questions about how to approach life and like work and things that I've been putting in motion for sure. Like
Tengo algunas
political.
preguntas, bueno, mire, de cómo abordar la vida, el trabajo y cosas que he puesto en movimiento por seguro.
Like, for example, political stuff. Like, I want. Please go ahead.
Como por ejemplo, o el staff político.
And I ask him that because I've been like real busy, and I feel disharmony. So I've been doing my inquiring.
Pregunto eso porque yo he estado realmente muy ocupado y muy desarmonioso y he estado haciendo mi indagación.
And one of the main feelings that I have is related that I don't have time to spend in the college.
Y uno de los sentimientos principales que he experimentado es que no tengo tiempo para pasar en los colleges.
And I don't know how to approach like those things. You know, I cannot avoid them because they're there.
Y no sé cómo abordar estas cosas, no las puedo evitar porque están allí.
And I want to, like, if you can guide me and how can I approach to be in the college, to be in my normally life, and
Y si
also
me
doing.
puede guiar para saber cómo hacer para estar en el college y también estar en mi vida normal.
Yes, what you're mentioning, Pimply, is something that is occurring for the vast majority of people. Let me explain.
Lo que tú mencionas es algo que sucede a la vasta mayoría de la gente. Permíteme explicar.
They have created certain momentums through thoughts and feelings, and they find themselves in circumstances.
Ellos han creado ciertos momentos en pensamientos y sentimientos y se hallan inmersos en ciertas circunstancias.
Maybe when they created those circumstances, they were not feeling the need to spiritualize.
Y quizá cuando ellos crearon esas circunstancias no estaban sintiendo la necesidad de lo espiritual.
They come in years later to opportunities such as like this.
Y vinieron años anteriores a oportunidades como esta.
So now they're standing with one foot in the prior momentum of materiality.
Y entonces ellos están parados con un pie en el momentum previo de materialidad.
Right, momentums that carry them into material circumstances.
Y los momentums que los sostienen a ellos en las circunstancias materiales.
And they're also trying and attempting to build a momentum of spirituality, let's say.
Y también están intentando de construir un momentum de espiritualidad, podemos decir.
So what do? They're faced with two momentums.
Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Ellos están de cara a dos momentums.
Which one is stronger?
¿Cuál es más fuerte?
Well, Pimply, which one is stronger for you? The material association or the spirit association?
Entonces, Pimply, ¿cuál es más fuerte para ti? ¿El de asociación material o la asociación espiritual?
Which has more value for you?
¿Cuál tiene mayor valor para ti?
Oh, I know what you're going to say, but I want you to look carefully.
Yo sé lo que tú vas a decir, pero quiero que lo mires
I
cuidadosamente.
don't want you to be polite. I want you to be truthful.
Yes,
No
without any doubt, Michael. Without any doubt, if it for me was the political, I wouldn't have any disharmony, you know. But I have disharmony.
No,
so
just
I'm sure it's
stay with
spiritual.
my question. Stay. Which
The spiritual.
The spiritual, then you would be spending vastly more time on campus, let's say, or in your spiritual pursuit.
Sí,
Yes.
Él dice la espiritual, pero Michael dice que si fuera la espiritual, él pasaría más tiempo en el campus o en las cosas espirituales.
So
Okay,
everyone, you're dealing with prior momentums and you're also dealing with your own subjective evaluation of those momentums.
Entonces, todos ustedes están lidiando con momentums previos y también están lidiando con subjetividades en la evaluación de esos momentums.
Yes, but Agosto, the fact remains, where are you most of the time?
Y el hecho te recuerda dónde estás más tiempo.
Yes, for sure. No
Where?
doubt about what you say.
Where
I
are
spend more time in the political stuff. And it's
Okay,
because
well,
it's part of my job.
Por
That's
supuesto, yo paso más
where
tiempo.
that's where I want to get a point. I already have a deadline in where I'm not working any political anymore in my life.
Yo tengo, ¿puede traducir eso, Pimpli? Que no sé qué palabra.
Tengo un deadline, es como un punto donde ya no más.
Ujú.
Una fecha.
right. So you have a battle because you have two momentums.
Tú tienes una batalla porque tienes dos momentums.
And you're in the midst of your evolution, which is adjusting what is most valuable to you.
Y estás en medio de tu evolución en donde está siendo ajustado lo que es más valioso para ti.
What's most valuable, everyone, is going to create a priority for you.
Lo que es más valioso, todos va a crear una prioridad para ustedes.
Priorities become purposes.
Y las prioridades se volverán propósitos.
Right.
Yes, I can explain a little bit more, Michael. So maybe I clear up some more stuff for to understand.
Well, let me just say that you can write me on the campus with more of this. Why you choose to do it here, I don't know.
Déjame decirte que tú puedes escribirme en el campus con más de esto. No sé por qué elegí decirlo acá, no lo sé.
But give us the summary of it, the short version.
Sí, danos la versión corta.
Then you can write the long.
Okay, May 2024, I'm done with politicals. I will never participate in political games. So after that, I need to find a balance between college and the political stuff that I already set in motion.
So Pimply, May 24th is already out. It's already in the past.
2024, yes.
It's already finished. May 20th to 24th of the year 2023 or 24?
2024.
Okay, so you
are 2024.
You will devote another year to material associations.
Entonces tú vas a tener un año más a la asociación material.
Compromises related to my job. That's the way I see it.
Commitments.
Well, compromisos con mi trabajo.
There's no way that I can escape to that until May 2024 when it's done the government.
No hay manera de que yo deje antes del 2024 cuando se acabe el gobierno.
Okay, so that's your choice.
Esa es tu elección.
That's based on the momentum that you had created.
Eso tiene que ver con el momentum que has creado.
And what I want to ask you, what I want to ask you is how can I find a balance where I can work both, because I don't know how to approach, like election was for about a week ago for finding who was the president, and I have no time for anything, don't even to look at my life. So it was painful for me being so far away from the college, painful.
Well,
entonces yo lo que pregunto es cómo encontrar un balance. Incluso en las elecciones pasadas yo no tuve tiempo ni para mirarme a mí y yo quiero encontrar ese balance.
Right, you've got to simply evaluate what's most important to you. That's all.
Tienes que evaluar simplemente qué es lo más importante para ti y eso es todo.
Yeah, it might require a clean break.
Y eso requerirá un quiebre, o sea, un corte claro.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Michael.
Yeah, is simply your choice based upon what you value the most.
Es simplemente tu elección basada en lo que tú valoras más.
That is a fact, everyone. Your facts of what you're doing in your life doesn't lie.
Ese es un hecho. Los hechos de lo que ustedes están haciendo en su vida no mienten.
But what you imagine is most valuable, you can lie to yourself.
Pero lo que ustedes imaginan que es más valioso para ustedes puede ser un engaño para ustedes.
Yes, but if you look at where you are drawn to the most,
Pero si ustedes miran a dónde ustedes son llevados la mayor parte del tiempo,
that will tell you what's most valuable for you.
eso les dirá qué es lo más valioso para ustedes.
Good, Augusto.
Bien, Augusto.
Thank you so much, Michael. I love you. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. The preeminence of spiritual things versus material things.
La preeminencia de las cosas espirituales sobre las materiales.
Right. That is my way of saying, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven.
Esa es mi manera de decir, busquen primero el reino del cielo.
But of course, you can hear seek first, but if you have prior momentums, then you're faced with a crisis in a way.
Pero ustedes pueden escuchar, busquen primero, pero si tienen momentums previos, van a tener una crisis.
And I will tell Augusto that your pain is because you're not in alignment with your highest vision.
Y te digo, Augusto, que tu dolor es porque no estás en alineación con tu visión superior.
Right. You can have all the ideas around that you want, but the pain is telling you something.
Tú puedes tener un montón de ideas dando vueltas, pero el dolor te está diciendo algo.
Only each of you can decide what you want to do with your pain.
Solo cada uno de ustedes puede decidir qué quiere hacer con su dolor.
Yes. One of the great challenges is that each of you have created, as I say, certain circumstances.
Algunos de los grandes desafíos es que ustedes, como dije antes, han creado momentos de circunstancias.
Right. Momentums of circumstance. And those momentums hold you unless you really make a clean break.
Y esos momentums los sostienen a ustedes a menos que ustedes hagan un corte limpio.
Right. It is a law, everyone.
Es una ley todos.
Yes.
Michael,
Jennifer, yes. Hello.
hello. ¿A qué te refieres cuando dices un corte limpio?
How do you which do you refer when you say a clear
To cut short.
break.
A clean break. A clean break.
A clean break.
Yes. Well, you've got to look and see is what participating in circumstances that are not leading you into your true purpose.
Tú tienes que mirar y ver circunstancias que no te llevan hacia tu propósito grande.
is taking the long way home.
Es tomar el camino largo a casa.
Right. I think Supertramp, that was a rock group. They have a song, Take the Long Way Home, right?
Hay una música que dice el camino largo a casa.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of you might choose to take the long way home.
Entonces, algunos de ustedes están eligiendo tomar el camino largo a casa.
But if you can truly, emotionally and mentally stand up to your prior momentums,
Pero si ustedes verdaderamente, mental, emocionalmente, pueden pararse frente a sus momentums previos.
yes, and you say, okay, this circumstance, I do not want to give any more of my creative power to.
Y dicen, a estas circunstancias yo ya no quiero darle ni un poco más de mi poder creativo.
I want God's will.
Quiero la voluntad de Dios.
Which is growth, everyone.
Que es crecer todos.
His will is slightly different than your lifetime plan, your lifetime curriculum.
Su voluntad es un poquito distinto de tu plan de vida, tu currículum de vida.
You each come in here into another term within the schoolhouse with a plan.
Ustedes han venido nuevamente a la casa escuela con una nueva ronda del plan de vida.
Right. You want to work on certain areas of your maturation.
Y quieren trabajar en ciertas áreas de su maduración.
Right. You also bring with you certain prior momentums which manifest in terms of circumstance.
Y también traen con ustedes momentums previos que se manifiestan en sus circunstancias.
If you don't like your circumstances, that's okay. You can begin to turn the ship.
Si a ustedes no les gustan sus circunstancias, está bien, ustedes pueden comenzar a cambiar el shift.
La nave.
A la nave.
El barco, dar la vuelta al barco.
El barco. ¿El barco?
Sí, el barco.
Yes.
El barco. Right. Right, everyone. This is the way of evolution.
Esta es la manera de la evolución.
It doesn't lie.
No miente.
Yes, where your heart is, there is where you're going to become more of.
Donde está vuestro corazón, allí es en donde ustedes se convertirán más.
Right. Now, one of the things that happens to pick up on what Benjamin was asking before.
Una de las cosas que sucede para tomar.
To continue to expand my answer with what Benjamin's question was.
Continuando mi respuesta de lo que preguntó Benjamin.
Most of the light workers coming in here fall into survival issues.
La mayoría de los trabajadores de la luz que vienen aquí caen en cuestiones de sobrevivencia.
Yes, that means that the momentum of having to survive with a physical body takes precedence.
Lo que significa que los momentums para poder sobrevivir en su materialidad.
Toma precedencia. Sí,
Con un cuerpo
se vuelve
físico.
más importante.
Se vuelve más importante, ok.
Yes. In coming in here when I did in 1985.
Y viniendo aquí como lo hice en el 1995.
I came into an adult form and there were survival issues, of course.
Vine a una forma adulta y había cuestiones de sobrevivencia, por supuesto.
But of course, I had an overwhelming consciousness of mission and identity.
Pero yo tenía una conciencia bien llena de
de mi misión y identidad.
Okay.
Right. So I wasn't going to allow survival issues to disrupt what I needed to do.
Entonces yo no iba a permitir que las cuestiones de la sobrevivencia interrumpieran lo que yo tenía que hacer.
That means the worldly circumstances had to wait.
Entonces eso significa que las circunstancias del mundo tenían que esperar.
Yes, the urges of a 23-year-old had to wait.
Los impulsos de un joven de 23 años tenían que esperar.
Yes, psychological and physical survival had to wait upon the preeminence of the spiritual intent.
Entonces, la sobrevivencia psicológica y material tenían que esperar a
Yes.
I lost.
That means if your life is taking you is destroying your time and space which you need to enter the kingdom.
Quiere decir que si su vida está destruyendo el tiempo y el espacio que ustedes necesitan para entrar al reino.
If it's destroying it, right?
Sí, si las está destruyendo.
Yes, then you need to look and evaluate.
Entonces necesitan mirar y evaluar.
I had to die continually psychologically to everything the human wanted.
Yo tuve que morir continuamente psicológicamente a todo lo que el humano deseaba.
But really looking back, I had quite an adventure, even in my 20s.
Pero realmente mirando atrás, yo tuve una cierta aventura, incluso en mis 20s.
Right, and I'm certainly grateful to have guided my human in the right way.
Y ciertamente muy agradecido de haber guiado a mi humano de la manera correcta.
Right, for me, with the mission that I have, there was no option.
Para mí, con la misión que tengo, no hay otra opción.
Right. For example, if I were Augusto, I would just quit everything and focus on the Spirit and trust God will work out my survival.
Por ejemplo, si fuera Augusto, yo dejaría todo y me enfocaría a lo espiritual y dejaría que Dios solucione mi sobrevivencia.
Yes, but what I heard with Augusto is that there's a lot of excuses. Well, it has to do with my work and so on.
Y lo que escucho de Augusto son muchas excusas. Bien, tengo que hacer mi trabajo y todo eso.
Those are just excuses to continue the momentum taking you away from this kingdom of God.
Esas son solo excusas que te mantienen alejado del momentum que te mantiene alejado del reino de Dios.
Yes. I will tell you, everyone, your human nature will continually find ways of creating momentums to take you away from your freedom.
Y les voy a decir a todos que su naturaleza humana todo el tiempo va a mantenerse buscando la forma de tenerles alejados de su desarrollo espiritual.
Yes, but I've been telling you for 21 centuries now, seek ye first, knock, and it shall be answered.
Les he estado diciendo, y ahora por el siglo XXI, busquen primero el reino, golpeen y se les abrirá.
And humanity says, oh, yes, I follow you, but let me just take care of this one thing first.
Y la humanidad dice, sí, yo te sigo, pero permíteme atender esta cosa primero.
Yes. Never works.
Nunca funciona.
Right? It was Saint Francis who said something truly brilliant.
Y cierto, estuvo San Francisco que dijo algo verdaderamente brillante.
Essentially, he and she who die to the small self will awaken into the life of the greater self.
Él dijo que él o ella que muere a su pequeño ser, esencialmente va a nacer al ser más grande.
To make a clean break with the prior momentums, you must be willing to die psychologically.
Para hacer un corte limpio de los momentums previos, tienen que estar dispuestos a morir psicológicamente.
Yes, that's why there's 40 people here physically and not 40,000.
Es por eso que aquí hay solo 40 personas físicamente y no 40,000.
Right. If you want the transcript and the recording, just write to First Contact. Inga can put the email that you need to write to, even if you're on campus.
Si quieren la transcripción y la grabación, ustedes pueden escribir al First Contact que Inga va a poner en el chat, incluso si son parte del campus.
You've got to write your legal name and just stating that you want to be a member of the Adentia Society.
Y tienen que escribir su nombre legal solicitando ser miembros de la Sociedad de Dentia.
Yes, and then the inauguration team and the press team and all of that transcription will provide a way for you.
Y entonces luego el Inauguration Team, and Press Team, and all the others van a proveer un camino para ustedes.
Yes, you've got to write in the email, you want to be a member of Adentia Society, everyone.
Tienen que escribir en el email que desean ser miembros de la Sociedad de Edentia.
Right, it represents a further commitment from just being in the public and coming here now and then.
Representa un compromiso un poco más mayor que solamente estar en el público.
Right. Alicia, thank you for your help. Liliana, Carlos, Ever, and who else translated today? Is that it?
We four. Yeah.
Carlos, Alicia, Ever, Liliana.
Right. Welcome, Michael. You're welcome. I love you too, and happy Father's Day.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Gracias, Alicia, por cubrir.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you all.
You're welcome, everyone. Adonai, enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Michael.
Gracias.
Feliz día del Padre que festejamos hoy en Paraguay.
Father's Day.
Michael.
Te amo.
Adonai for all.
Adonai, gracias, Michael. Gracias a todos.
Adonai, gracias, Michael.
Thank
you, Michael. Thank you, I love you.
Adonai,
Happy Father's Day.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
To
you.
all of you, the same. To all of you.
Michael.
Thank you. I love you.
Adonai.
Adonai, Michael.
Adonai, Michael, gracias por todo.
Adonai, thank you.
Adonai, Michael. Gratidão.